Hello, and welcome back to the Pretty Little Podcast. We're your hosts.
My name is Phoebe.
And my name is Caroline, and today we have a lot to cover, you guys. I do want to go ahead and tease that on Thursday's episode, we are doing sort of like the ultimate rotation for Pretty Little Liars. And it's going to be like, what are we doing? Top favorite, or like our dream and nightmare for plot lines, characters, outfits, like ways that messages are delivered, etc. So it's going to be like a really fun way to sort of get the wrap up on Pretty Little Liars. And then we are going to also be announcing what's next, or at least kind of letting you know a little bit about what's on the horizon for us. So you don't want to miss that episode. Tune in on Thursday. And while I'm here, I'll also ask you if you could give us a 5-star review, because I never remember till the end of the episode. But if I remember here, you can bet your bottom freaking dollar I'm saying it. But anywho, before we get into all the drama of the week, what's the drama in your life, biatch?
None.
None.
I've just been sleepy. I did not do very much this week. And I saw Bugonia and Springsteen yesterday. I just got back from the store. Friday, I didn't really do anything. Mimi's in New York, so kind of.
Oh, so your social life is at a flat line. I understand.
But I was so tired yesterday. I fell asleep on the couch.
Wow. Is that not something that you like ever do?
No, that never happens.
I guess your couch isn't like made for falling asleep on.
Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Mimi, it is.
Okay. Then
Mimi
I guess
loves falling asleep on that couch.
I mean, if you're sitting upright.
Well, I was laying down.
Oh, well, then that like makes sense that you would fall asleep on the couch.
No, but I don't fall asleep on the couch.
And as a rule, I don't fall asleep on the couch.
No,
Caroline.
my body just doesn't do it. I don't nap or do anything like that. I don't really.
Well, obviously, hey, news flash, you do. Oh, well, that's not about that.
I watched.
You said you didn't do much on Friday. I beg to differ.
Girls. Oh my God!
How long had it been?
That movie. I mean, I don't know how long it had been. A long time.
Like years?
Probably. Well, more than a year.
I feel like it impacted you this time around more than in the past. So it has got to be more than a year.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know the last time I saw it.
That movie is like, if you have any bone in your body that like feels nostalgia, that movie will actually take that bone, break it into a million pieces, and put it back inside you. Like that's what Uptown Girls,
and then every time it rains,
does.
It's gonna ache. It's not heal. It's gonna ache every time it rains.
It's so good.
Brittany Murphy was obviously amazing, but so was Dakota Fanning. And I also watched this weekend. I actually got a lot of content out of the way this week. So I was working. That's why I was so tired.
Okay.
That's why I was so tired. I watched so many things. I was inspired to watch Uptown Girls because I watched All Her Fault, which Dakota Fanning's in, with Sarah Snow.
I don't know if I've seen that.
This is what I told you to watch.
That's the new thing. That's the new thing. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my goodness,
but
guys.
That's on the list, so it's good.
It's on Peacock. I flew through it. I watched all 8 episodes. The last episode gets a little like, okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
But that's my only critique of it. I was literally shocked.
Oh my God.
Multiple times. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, I'm so excited to watch it.
I saw one review that was like, some of the storyline gets a little far-fetched. And I'm like, yeah, it's fiction. Relax. It's allowed to be far-fetched.
Ever heard of a story?
Have you ever had fun a day in your life?
For a reason. Oh my God, I hate that.
Have you ever had fun a day in your life? It's like the same.
Go watch a fucking documentary, bitch. But guess what? Even some of that gets a little far-fetched. You're going to watch a documentary, which is nonfiction, and it's going to blow your mind, lady, when you realize.
The same people who don't think, I haven't finished All's Fair yet, and like, yeah, obviously it's like not what you're looking for if you're looking for like a hard-hitting legal drama. Kim Kardashian's in it. Yeah, it's fun.
And also, exactly. I just feel like people...
Oh, I had such a big point to make about Ryan Murphy that All's Fair made me realize.
Okay.
Is that sometimes I think because he's done serious things, like some of his shows have been serious, they forget that like Ryan Murphy is camp.
Yeah.
So they forget he does serious things, so then that they take everything he makes so seriously, including this. And
I think he's also...
He made Glee. He's made seasons of American Horror Story that are sorry to this critic, far-fetched and campy. And it's like, if you don't like that, don't watch it. But there's an audience for it.
Yeah. No, I think he's held to this like standard, which makes sense, of being like really delivering like high art almost. You know what I mean? Like, I think he is held as this, I don't know. Like, I feel like people like look at him and they're like, oh my God, you're on a Ryan Murphy project. Like, there's an air for those who know of like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, what are you getting yourself into? But there's also the air of like, oh my God, like that's really big. And I feel like he's really well respected. I feel like he's really well respected, like in that way. And I think people confuse that with like serious content. And it's like,
have you watched?
Can we get back to respecting horror and comedy geniuses as well? Like it, and like, I don't know. I feel like it's the people who are annoyed with Ryan Murphy for creating what he creates and saying that he's like far-fetched, are people who thought Jennifer's Body was supposed to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
exactly. It's like, this
that
isn't
kind of a
you.
person.
It's like, I saw this tweet of someone who was like making fun of modern art. And look, modern art's not for me. It's not my favorite thing, but I don't think it shows a lack of talent. It's just not the art I like to consume.
Well, people love to be like, if I don't like it, it is bad. And like, I'm one of those people, so. So Bert,
it's this group of friends who's like, they're the kinds of people that go to a museum and see something and they're like, well, I could do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, you didn't.
But you didn't, bitch.
You didn't do it. And so they take this like frame and they put a piece of bread and like a piece of salami on it, and then they frame it, and then they put it on the wall in the museum and watch people look at it like it's art. And someone quote tweeted it and was like, okay, you're making fun of it, but what you're doing is actually art. Like that,
exactly.
You made a piece that you wanted.
This is now performance art.
It's creating a statement, and it's making people think, and all these things. That's what art, and that specifically, oftentimes modern art is.
Yes.
So like,
no,
just because something's not for you doesn't mean it's not for someone.
And
else.
It's also like, okay, you could have done that and had no intention of making art with that, sandwich, whatever. But if somebody finds meaning from it, then they do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know, you can't dictate what somebody's going to get from the world, and what is art to somebody may not be art to you. Just like people talk about like photographers, like, you can look at a landscape and see nothing interesting there to photograph. That's often how I feel. I'm like, oh, there's nothing here. You know what I mean? I just don't have that eye for it. But like a photographer is going to look and be able to figure out like where the art, you know what I mean? And so it's like, it's all about the lens you're looking at the world in, and you don't get to choose what lens somebody else looks through the world in and like what they get from it.
Just
and you also don't get to like judge that.
You don't get to choose how someone decides and chooses how to show you love.
Exactly. And I really can't wait to talk about Selling Sunset. I'm excited.
Quote this whole season.
Wait, the show that you're watching, the Sarah Snook show though, again, the name?
Yes. The name, All Her Fault. It's on Peacock.
Okay, I keep getting All's Fair and All Her Fault, like,
well, let me tell you.
You know what I mean?
Once you start watching one of them, you'll know which one it is.
There will be no confusion. Yeah.
It'll be incredibly
All
clear.
Her Fault will be next because I am on the reunion of Selling Sunset. So I just about flew through that, which we will be discussing. But I'll put that next. I hadn't really decided if I was going to watch All Is Fair, because here's the thing.
You have to. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now. You have to watch it.
Okay, I'll let Chloe know as well, because we were both like, I don't know. And then like I'm sorry, it actually feels, and I'm going to say this, like, sorry, it feels a little bit mean to give it a 0% of Rotten Tomatoes right away. I felt a little bit mean. Like, especially you never do that. Like, all these people are attached to it.
It reeks of like not having fun.
It reeks of, I hate Kim Kardashian. I think it's cool to hate Kim Kardashian and think that she's a talentless hack. So anything she's attached to, automatically people are ready to tear down. And it's really a shame for the people like Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close who are in this show, who are like,
who had fun with Kim Kardashian.
Who Sarah Paulson and Kim Kardashian are actually best friends, probably pinned at each other's phones.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is a hoot and a half to watch.
The 0% on Rotten Tomatoes to me is just like consuming art does not, or consuming any sort of creative thing doesn't have to spur a bunch of think pieces. It doesn't have to be looked at in this super like like you don't have to really you could just enjoy it. And something tells me 0% reviewers, there's something you enjoyed about watching.
Yeah.
Because sorry, I've watched 1.5 episodes. You can't not enjoy it.
Well, that's the other thing is like the cast is ha-ha-haing on the timeline because they're like, okay, and it's the highest highest attended Hulu premiere ever. Like 35 million people streamed it. But okay, like it doesn't actually fucking matter what you rated on Rotten Tomatoes if it's making that much money from the streams, bitch. Just so you guys know, it doesn't get reviewed because of what it was rated.
And now you guys
get renewed because
stupid.
of what you rated it on Rotten Tomatoes. It gets renewed because of how much fucking money it made. And one thing Kim Kardashian knows how to do is write a check, bitch. Like, she just knows how.
While we're on the topic of TV, I am just going to, for Mimi's sake, congratulate the show Adults for getting renewed for season 2.
Do you hate Adults?
No, I don't mind it, but Mimi...
I was the one who didn't like it.
Mimi
I thought that was my thing.
This show. This is, like, the first show Mimi, I feel... Like, she loves a lot of shows, but, like, this is, like, she feels the way that we feel about Girls about Adults.
Holy moly.
Like, she loves it
Has she watched Girls?
No, and there's a lot of reasons she hasn't watched it that are valid.
Okay. You know what? And that's actually true for anybody who doesn't want to watch Girls. There is probably a million valid reasons for you not to want to watch it. But like, if you find yourself watching it, what
Allison Williamsism is she was talking about Marnie's dress that she wears when she sings Stronger, and she goes, Marnie kind of has like this B-grade suburban real estate agent look that she channels through a lot of the show. And she's wearing like a something that a real estate agent might wear. And she goes, and I know I'm saying that in this, and it's like, I get it. We're not that far off. We're not strangers, we're cousins. And then she goes, and then she started having like kind of these like boho chic moments that were kind of jarring because they didn't come from within.
Yeah, I know, that was so funny because they didn't come from within.
But the way she says it, she goes,
it's so serious.
They're kind of jarring because they didn't come from within, and she says,
so she has been cracking me up. I love that she's talking about Marnie. I feel like there are so many people who play a role like Marnie, and they're like, don't fucking bring that up to me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But I think she has so much love for Marnie, which is nice because it would be really easy to have played a character that people have such strong opinions about and be like, yeah, she's the worst. But she's also so like self-aware about it. Self-aware is the perfect word for Allison Williams. She was also talking about being a Nepo baby with Jenna Bush Hager, who is also obviously a Nepo baby. And they were like, I just don't, she was like, what most people want is just acknowledgement. Like, they don't want, like, it's not some insult for, here's what she said. She said, I know how hard I've worked, but I also know that I was like put a little bit ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
But nobody can take, or like she was like, people can say whatever they want about my talent or anything like that, but my hard work is mine. Like, I can answer for that. Which I liked. I love her. Any excuse to talk about her, I'll take. But anyway, I just wanted, sorry, Mimi, this was all, and again, it's not about Adults, which has been her whole, last night we were talking about how, I Love LA is getting a lot of praise.
I haven't watched it yet.
And she was like, I just need, no, not yet, because I'm still locked out of the HBO account, which I need to talk to you about. How'd you get back in?
Girl, I don't know. And don't say it too loud. Okay? Don't raise the alarm.
Well, now Mom and Dad are at the beach, so they're going to have to go through all of this again.
They're going to have to say they're traveling, so I could also log them out at home, and then maybe we could have another device, and then that could be yours. I'm down to conspire, but Mom cannot be listening to this.
She's not. Mom stopped listening, I feel like, a while ago.
Not.
And then she'll listen to an episode that we recorded like 3 months
and then she'll text us, like, girls, I have a massive issue with what you said here. And we're like, okay, well, the people freaking loved it, so.
They ate it up. Yeah. She said that, like, she's like, I don't know why it's getting so much more praise than Adults did. They're like the same show. And I was like, yeah, but like all of these shows are like, where Girls was the catalyst for them and Sex and the City was the catalyst for Girls. And so, like, yeah, they're all the same. And Mimi was like, but she's like, I wish that Adults was getting more attention. And I told her, well, number one, I'm telling you guys all, go watch Adults. It just got renewed for season 2. And I assured her, I said, because it's been renewed for season 2, more people are probably more likely to watch it because they know it's not going to be like a one-off season. Like, they can get a little bit more invested.
Yeah.
If they didn't watch it on the first go.
Totally. I think also, I mean, unfortunately, it just came out at the exact same time as Overcompensating. And
I don't think
you
there was much
know?
crossover in who was watching which, though. I'll be honest.
I feel like both shows felt like they were spoon-fed to me personally, and I only watched Overcompensating. You know what I mean? Like,
They
I
felt
feel
so
like
different to me.
it's very similar. Well, just like Mimi said, they're all the same show. Like,
No, but they didn't feel similar to me. Is what I mean.
I know that's what you're
Overcompensating-
saying. I know that's what you're
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying Mimi talking about I Love LA, talking about girls, talking about adults. I'm putting Overcompensating. I know it's a college story, but they're all coming of age, finding yourself tales. And it's really just, where do you find yourself? What's your entry point? Like, that's why we will continue to have these for years to come. And that's why, like, for some people, Girls has a million entry points for you to be seen and watch it, and for that to be your show. But for a different person, like, it's going to be something like Adults, or it's going to be whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, we have to keep making them, because we're trying to hit all of our markets and find the entry point for every single person, because everyone can relate to these stories. Everyone has a coming of age moment in their life, chapter in their life. It's just a matter of, like, how you see it represented, right? Like, am I off? Do you not feel this way at all?
No, I think that's right.
But what I would like to say, are you done with the Adults thing, or do you need to say more about it? Mimi, sorry.
No, I just wanted Mimi. Mimi, it's a hilarious show, and I recommend it.
It's just like, okay, well, Mimi, do you watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
No, but she's very familiar.
So, but doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Mimi, like, you want me to watch Adults? Like, it's called. Let's.
She's not telling you to
an
watch
eye for an eye. She's telling me directly to watch it,
no.
and I'm just saying, okay, Phoebe, let me interpret this how I want. Art is subjective. Okay, you cannot control the lens through I see the world. Okay. What I do want to say is that I'm drinking this drink here. This is not sponsored.
But you were just gonna say drinking.
Well, I am low-key drinking. I'm drinking a drink. I'm allowed to. It's 5 o'clock literally here. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here in Pittsburgh, PA, on a Sunday. So literally, what else do I have to do?
It's game day. Caroline's logging in for game day.
It's fucking game day. My work is done for the day, and now I'm just gabbing with my freaking sis. So, like, yeah, I'm letting loose. I'm drinking this drink called Giggly. This is non-spawn. And I'm pointing it out here because, you know what? I pointed out a couple THC beverages that I really like, and still to this day, Sasha Petersa and My Hippie Water continue to ghost us. So I'm gonna keep shouting out these other ones. And girl, you're welcome to join us anytime. So this one's called Giggly, and this one, let's see, Blood Orange Margarita THC cocktail. Really good. Kelly actually got these. She literally messaged them and said, hey, like, I want to try these. Would you send me some? And they were like, sure. And they just, like, sent her some. Shoot your shot, girls.
Okay, you
anyway. I know, I literally might. Actually, good idea.
Sorry, this is no shade to Kelly, but, like, if Kelly can get the free drinks,
I
if
know.
you message them from the podcast, you can get them.
I know. So maybe I will. But anyway, I only bring up My Hippie Water because obviously we would love to, like, because it's Allison, you know what I mean? That's only, and we've talked with them. That's the only reason but I haven't gotten to try it yet. I don't think it's sold here in PA yet. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. This is really, really yummy. It's really yummy. We'll see what it does. I don't know. But I also like the high water things, which I've also talked about, which is why I'm bringing this up. But if you notice I start being a little bit kooky wooky, it's because of this. It's called Giggly. And it tastes good.
Right.
Tastes good. Okay. There you go. Anyway. Let's talk about Selling Sunset. Wait. Yeah, let's talk about Selling Sunset. Are you done?
Chrishell is leaving.
What?
Chrishell's
what?
leaving.
Confirm. What? What?
Wait, are you... No way I'm breaking this news to you.
You're breaking this news to me. When did this come out?
Yesterday,
What?
I sent it in the
What?
situation group.
Oh my God, I didn't see it, dude. I didn't see it. Holy shit. What? I mean, why? Is she moving to Australia?
No, I just think she's... Have you finished the reunion?
No.
Well, she and Emma are not friends anymore.
That's obvious to me. I'm like halfway through the reunion.
And I'm like, Emma, sorry, you look bad, and I don't... I hate when this happens, and number one, I always hate reunions that feel like a dog pile. That's part of where so much of my sympathy for Hannah Berner comes.
Yeah.
Is the way it felt watching that reunion. And this felt similar.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't like... And these people are probably going to regret it. The court of public opinion is going to side with Chrishell in this situation, I think.
I really agree.
And it's a shame that Emma was in a room with all people that were ready to come for Chrishell. Everybody always wants to come for Chrishell because she's the most popular, the most successful off the show, and she is clearly the most content and happy in her life. And everybody else just feels the need to claw at her and try to find these and I think that's part of why Brie hates her so much. And also, I mean, there were I think there were some texts from Brie floating around out there that are offensive about G, and I think the new girl, there was a point where
yes. Let's talk the pronouns thing. Dude, what the hell was that? Okay, and I gotta talk about the new girl.
And then Brie was like,
no. I said no politics. Okay, guys. So in case you haven't seen it yet, and by the way, spoilers for Selling Sunset for sure in this episode. Okay, so Sandra Vergara, the new girl, who she is cousins with Sofia Vergara.
I hate when new girls come in with this whole new girl act where they're like, I don't want any drama.
I have a theory about her. I have a big theory about her, and it's actually a little bit like tinfoil hat vibes, but also it's not.
Well, Caroline just got out of Bugonia, so now she's like,
I did.
And she was fully undressing Plemons aside the whole time.
Dude, more on that later. Well, we're jumping all over the place. We're going to stick with Selling Sunset, but really put a pin in the Bugonia chat. I need to talk about it, okay? We have to. All right, back to this. Sandra, okay, she is a former journalist. That was her job. I literally feel like she is writing a fucking story on these girls. Pay attention. Like, if you go back and rewatch.
Well, that would make sense the way she
interacts with them. Every girl, she was like, wait, who do you think? She was asking every single girl, trying to get the lay of the land from their perspective. She was instigating all over the damn place in the second half of the season. Everybody. She was like, oh, well, someone said this. Oh, well, somebody said this.
And then pulls out, and then she'll throw it in there. And she's
I'm just trying to get to know everybody.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I thought that it was just like I could. She goes to Brie. Well, she's basically when she tells Brie that Chrishell had said Brie's really nice on camera. And then Brie got upset, and she goes, "Oh wait, I didn't realize that she didn't. I don't think she meant it like that."
I know.
It's like, sorry,
I feel like. She tries to be on the good side of whoever she's with just to get more information. She like uses journalism tactics on screen. I can't believe where people aren't really talking about this because I can't get it out of my head that there's going to be like a tell-all book from her or something about all these girls. And it's like, we're already on a reality TV show, but I do feel like maybe she was planted for that reason to like get some of these conversations happening and whatever. I don't know. But I thought it was wild. And when she has the conversation with Brie, she also will push it as far as she can before she's told to stop. And like that was something I thought was interesting too. Most people wouldn't come right out of the gate asking about Mariah Carey to Brie, but she had no problem doing that, which also is when Brie kind of stopped her. But it was interesting.
One of the rules is no Mariah, and then Tan is like, "Oh, and we won't bring up Mariah." And she goes,
"What does she do? Like, okay, Brie. I cannot stand Brie. I'm sorry. Although that party looked like fucking awesome. I would have loved to be there, but like I don't think I can handle being friends with her.
I go into every season forgetting how I feel about her, and then
Well, isn't this only her second season?
I think it's her third.
I think this might be her second season.
Well, if it is, I felt the same way last year.
An impact. No, I know.
Anyway. No, it's definitely her third because I feel like the last season she ended and she was like, I'm not part of the Oppenheim group anymore.
Yeah, I think that was her first season though. Google it. I'm going to explain the pronouns things though. So Sandra's like talking to Brie, and Brie's like, listen, no, I don't talk Mariah. I don't talk my family and my friends. I don't do pronouns. She says it clear as day. I had subtitles on it. It says, I don't do pronouns. I don't talk about pronouns. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? And why is that coming up?
Season 6.
What's this, season 7?
No, season 9.
What? This is wow. Okay, you're right. I'll give it to you. Fine, you're right. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Like maybe part of the conversation was cut out because when would pronouns have even come up? We didn't see it come up at all.
Also, like,
so it was so weird when Brie says it.
Before that, she had a conversation with Chrishell where Chrishell starts referring to G and is using they, them pronouns. Yeah. And she's like confused. She's like, I know. A they?
So maybe it came up, maybe they cut it out, but maybe it came up in her conversation with Brie. And she was like, oh, I'm like confused about this. Can you talk about it? And Brie was like, I'm not fucking talking about it. But that again makes me think that she's like on her journalist bullshit trying to get like a soundbite from Brie saying something shitty about pronouns. And Brie's like, you're not going to catch me there. You know what I mean? Even though Brie might feel that way. So I thought it was really interesting then when we're at the reunion, Sandra brings that up and is like, oh, well, Brie doesn't talk about pronouns. And Brie's like, I don't talk about politics. And she like corrected her and took pronouns out of the equation. It's like, no, bitch, you said that. And I wanted Chrishell to bite so bad. And maybe she did.
I'm glad she didn't.
Yeah. But it's surprising if she didn't. There's nothing Chrishell won't bite on these days.
it's such a, I think it can be a scapegoat sometimes when she latches onto those things for the rest of the girls. Not that it's not right, but I just think sometimes she picks her battles in that way so that they can't be like, well, of course you'd say that.
Right,
like, you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah. But that's my take on Sandra. Getting into the Chelsea and Mary thing. Okay, here's the deal. First of all, can't imagine the devastation and the terror and the violation that Mary was feeling. Like, I feel horrible that happened to her. She obviously is not well since that has happened, and like she really needs to heal, and I do not blame her one single bit. What I do need to say is the reaction towards Chelsea is out of control in my opinion.
Way too much.
I'm sorry. And the fact that we all saw the conversations happening about Chelsea saying she was sending Mary flowers. We saw all those conversations. There was nothing
Mary,
there.
Have you ever one day in your life sent flowers to someone? Because if you have, you would know that you don't really get to pick when exactly they're show up to someone's house.
Right,
and you also typically don't get a notification that's like, they're being delivered right now.
I mean, I really highly doubt that Chelsea, that those were her intentions. I just really highly doubt it.
And Brie, I think you saw this as an opportunity to further instigate Mary and get her 100%. Riled up, and you could kind of shimmy Mary over to your side because you know Mary's close with Chrishell still. Like, they're not as close as they were, but they can be friendly, and I don't think Brie likes that.
No, for sure no. No, I totally agree with you. I thought it was just ridiculous. And then when we're at the dinner, and Mary even at first starts the dinner by saying thank you to Chelsea for the flowers, and it's just like this sweet. Honestly, it's a sweet moment between the two of them. And I thought maybe Mary wasn't gonna end up going there because of the moment that they had. And so that when she did, I was just like, what the fuck? And then also, like, I was really bothered by what Mary said about, like, how Chelsea doesn't actually know what it's like to be a single mom. And, like, she and ask her and Amanda what it's like. And it's like, I understand you guys came up being single moms when you were really, really young, when you had nothing. Like, I get that. But let's not diminish that Chelsea is very obviously in this season taken a hit to her budget. Like, it's very obvious. If we compare her previous seasons with the way that she dresses, the way that she talks, the things that she does.
And also not even to mention the money. Like,
well, exactly. But it's
psychologically, like, she just went through a public divorce after being in a relationship on a reality TV show with this man who she thought she was in love with. Everybody had an opinion on it, and now they're divorced, and she's having to film the aftermath of that, and also figure out how to now live a life in this place. Like,
kind of
she has different means than you did at that time, but she's living in a very different stage of life.
She's also
everything is different. The circumstances aren't comparable.
Right. Like, let's think about even like her she brought up her property taxes. Like, your property taxes aren't changing. You know, it's not like, okay, I went from, you know, 2 incomes to 1 income. And like, sure, he's paying child support, but you know, he's paying as little as he possibly can.
Well, you know what's crazy? Did you get to the part in the reunion where this comes up? And she's like, my husband isn't paying anything. He's not paying anything. And Mary goes, oh, he's not paying child support? Says that to her in such a bitchy tone. I was like, why?
What does Chelsea say?
Doing this? I think she kind of brushes it under the rug, but it's that's clearly also not the point she was making.
That's for the children. You know, child support doesn't always factor into the home that they're living in. You know what I mean?
Mary does my least favorite thing when they're fighting at the dinner, where she starts laughing while someone is having a conversation. She leans back in her chair and she's scoffing and she's laughing at everything that Chelsea says.
So
and it's
obnoxious.
Like, you look like such a bitch, and then the way that you get up and talk to production after you're trying to lecture Chelsea.
The way she spoke to production was insane. Get this fucking mic off of me. Like, are you serious?
So Mary, leave the Oppenheim group. I don't care anymore. I don't watch for you.
Move to Laguna Beach. Like, although I feel like Nashville. She did because
move to Nashville with Emma or with Nicole.
Okay, Phoebe's dying to be Mary's best friend.
No,
Phoebe is literally dying to hang out with Mary. Mary drove me nuts this season, but I feel like with my point with the Chelsea thing is like, she has existing expenses that don't go away just because you guys got divorced. It's not like, like, I feel like people are like, well, she doesn't have to pay for the family as much as things will split. It's like, no. She still lives in the house she lives in. She still has the car she has. And those things come with the type of payments that she has to be able to afford. So it's like, even if he is sending child support, she's living at a level of expense and luxury
might not be able to
she might not be able to keep up with,
and she's
which
also
is
trying
okay.
to protect her kid.
Right, which is okay, but it's also like, how do we make this as normal for our children as we possibly can, being in the public light? And one thing I'll say about Chelsea is I've never doubted that she's a hard ass fucking worker, and she's like, I'm not leaving this because I need this job to pay for my fucking life. And so I just thought it was like kind of fucked up. But I was kind of wondering, okay, Let me know what you think about this. Because I'm like, if I'm Chelsea, I fucking hate Brie. Because here's the deal. I was like wondering in my head, like, is there a world where Chelsea and her husband had an agreement? Like, did she potentially know about whatever was going on? But she was like, this is our lifestyle. I want to be married. I want to have more children. Like, I'm willing to overlook these things. We have this agreement, whatever. And then Brie brings it up on camera so Chelsea can no longer ignore it. And now because of who Chelsea is, she's not going to like be the woman that stands by his side. It forces her into a situation where she has to divorce him and now be stuck in this fucked up situation where like
maybe. I mean, I hope it's not that sinister, but maybe.
I hope so, but I'm also just like, regardless, even if it isn't, the fact that Brie, like, Mary, you're gonna get mad at Chelsea sending you flowers on camera. How about Brie choosing a moment on camera when she's not even friends with Chelsea to tell her, hey, your husband's cheating on you? The second you bring that to camera, like, what happens, and I think a lot of celebrity marriages, as long as nobody ever finds out, I think they fucking move on and work through it. You know what I mean? Once you bring it to camera, you've taken away her option to do that. And it's like extra evil to me.
But then no one's allowed to talk about your life, Brie.
Exactly. You're fucked up. And I'm sorry, but I just can't reconcile the image that Brie gives on the show with these cheesy ass fucking TikToks she makes with Nick Cannon. And I don't know. I just, her vibe
her
just pisses me off.
She's really frustrating to me.
But that party seemed so fun. But I do think the producers were really messy in putting Chelsea's name tag there. But here's the thing, Mary. It's not that fucking serious.
Listen up, Road Warriors. I have got to tell you about this book I just finished, Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. I truly didn't know a romance starring a demon hero could be so cozy.
Okay, I actually did know that, but it's not a competition. Guys, Guardian Demon is the ultimate forbidden romance novel, but it still keeps it upbeat and fun, and it's giving major star-crossed lovers vibes, which we famously love.
Totally. The grumpy sunshine trope is becoming one of my faves. I could not put this book down. My phone was literally on Do Not Disturb all weekend thanks to this New York Times bestseller.
So if you want to be a well-read hottie like us, then grab your copy of Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. It's available wherever books are sold in print and in ebook, but the Gorge Deluxe first printing is only available for a limited time. So run, don't walk. Listen up, Road Warriors. The countdown is on. Holiday shopping season is officially here, and Uncommon Goods is taking the stress out of gifting. They've got thousands of unique, high-quality finds you're not going to see anywhere else. So don't wait, okay? You know the most meaningful gifts are the ones that get scooped up the fastest, so now is the perfect time to cross those names off your list. Uncommon Goods is the best because they look for products that are high quality, unique, and they're often handmade or made in the US. And a lot of them are even crafted by independent artists and small businesses, which makes every gift feel just even more meaningful and truly one of a kind. I'm actually giddy over a gift I found, and I'm getting it for literally all of my friends, including Phoebe. So Phoebe, shut your ears. It's the New York Times Games Premium Puzzle Book. You guys, first of all, the cover is so cool. It is going to look stunning on your coffee table, but it has hundreds of the games we love, like Wordle and crosswords and trivia, and it's all in this gorgeous hardcover book. Like, I'm just imagining, okay, you're bringing this to a Christmas grab bag party, and everyone is fighting over it, and you're like, oh my God, they're fighting over something that I brought. It's going to feel electric, okay? I've never seen this before. I was literally so excited when I saw it on Uncommon Goods. Moral of the story is that Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, from moms and dads to kids and teens, book lovers, history buffs, diehard football fans to foodies, mixologists, and gardeners. It doesn't matter, y'all. You're going to find thousands of new gift ideas that you're not going to find anywhere else. So don't wait. Cross those names off your list before the rush. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast. That's uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast for 15% off. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Hello, Road Warriors. As you know, I'm one of the great celebrators of Halloween. So when I suggest a spooky and spicy book in October, you gotta listen. It's called House of Rain by New York Times bestselling author Harley LaRue.
We're both reading it.
Place bets on who will finish first.
And I can't believe how perfectly it ties into our girls. It's giving gothic horror, but with insane romance. So all you Arias out there are gonna love it.
And it's also super spicy and romantic and spooky. So even if you're not an Aria, you're pretty much gonna freaking love it.
We just started reading it, and Caroline texted me at 3 a.m. last night telling me she literally couldn't put it down.
And I am dying to know Phoebe's thoughts because it's her first spicy book, and I think she's gonna be hooked. Phoebe, do you want to read the synopsis?
Yeah. Gothic sapphic romance meets supernatural suspense on a remote island in the Pacific Northwest. As a night of forbidden passion opens a Pandora's box of dangerous secrets and dark magic in this sinfully spicy standalone novel by New York Times bestselling TikTok sensation Harley LaRue.
Sheesh. Obviously, we want you guys to read along with us, so you can get a copy of House of Rain by Harley LaRue wherever books are sold in print and ebook.
And if you want to match us and get the gorgeous deluxe hardcover edition, it is available only for a limited time. So go grab yours before they're gone.
What did you think she was going to show up with a gun? Like, what is your fucking problem, lady?
She sent you flowers.
It's out of control.
Flowers. Like,
and
that is what I can't get over at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Is like, there wasn't even a snide remark in the note. There was Chelsea, frankly, has been nothing but kind to you. And also, the thing that you said, it wasn't this whole beef last season because Mary said something about how Chelsea was dressed.
Yes. She said that her ass was out. Yeah.
Chelsea gets to be fucking mad. Because you bring it to Jason that she has her ass out, and then she comes back with, well, you always have your boobs out.
Yeah.
And then now you're mad at Chelsea and you think she's the one who's in the wrong. Also, Jason and Brett need to stop. They're up so far in Mary's ass.
I know.
That they when Chelsea's still going off and they're filming and he's like, yeah, we're done filming. And Chelsea's like, no, you don't get to choose.
She's like, you don't get to choose. He was, yeah, I actually do. Yeah, I actually do. No, you don't, dude. I also thought a thing with Jason and Brett Jason that had me LOLing. Or not LOLing, but I just was like scratching my head a little bit, is him telling Mary that she and Romain need to go to therapy and that he'll pay for it.
I thought that was weird.
I was like, okay, yeah, let's have your ex-boyfriend.
Also, him taking a quarter of Chrishell's burger. Thought that was weird.
Wait, I didn't even notice that.
At the dinner in the finale, he cuts one half of her burger in half and takes it off of her plate before she started eating it.
What the fuck?
They like all make a comment about it, but it's like,
oh my God, I missed that.
You guys aren't dating anymore.
I know.
It's weird.
Very weird.
I know that you're
weird.
like that with all your exes, but it's still weird.
Yes. Okay, the Emma thing. I'm sorry, completely floored by the fact that is her boyfriend. I'm sorry. Phoebe and I were both so taken aback by him being like, yeah, I just had Taco Bell. And he repeats his order and says no lettuce. Imagine going to Taco Bell and like requesting no lettuce. Like, he's like, oh, I've never eaten a fruit or vegetable. Even at Taco Bell, it kind of cancels it out anyway. You're at net zero if you have lettuce at Taco Bell.
Lettuce isn't even really a vegetable. It tastes like it's water.
It's like nothing. It's just like a little bit of a crunch, okay?
It's a water leaf. Also, I hope you're asking for no tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe
tomatoes on a Crunchwrap Supreme as well.
Oh, you're right. I just like, he's such a loser. There were a few pictures that I thought he looked like semi-cute, but just not even remotely in the same like universe as Emma.
No, and sure, there were times where I was like, Chrishell, this can be a conversation you wait to have.
She was a little much, I think.
However, now that we have the full picture of the kinds of things she was aware of him saying, I'm like, all right, I don't really care. And Emma, you want to paint Chrishell to be the bad friend in this situation. But if you're dating someone who is saying offensive things about the person your best friend is married to, not
the whole like Bahamas thing too. Like, I'm sorry, if you're leaving the Beyonce concert 2 hours early and have to make this huge fucking lie to your friend about where you're going, and then you're still like, it's like something's not like. If you can't feel good about spending time with your significant other, then either, you need to make a choice. Like it's him or Chrishell, because there's something not right there, and it's either Chrishell or it's him, and most likely it's fucking him. But if you're not willing to see that, then like, I don't know, but it's just like crazy to me that I'm just like, Emma she's such a mystery to me sometimes. She's such a like weird, confusing person.
And it's a shame to see her cuddled up on the couch with freaking Brie and Mary, it seemed. Like she was over there like,
what has happened here? What has happened here?
This is just terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I'm happy Chelsea and Chrishell are still friends.
Yeah.
I'm happy Amanda seemed to take Chrishell's side on a lot of things, actually.
Oh my God, Nicole is the most like abhorrent human being I've seen. She's not enjoyable to watch at all.
I don't think she's a human brain.
You're right. She doesn't.
First of all, she walks out from behind the corner and I gasped. Her hair.
Blonder. Didn't think it was possible.
And also, why did she do a crinkle and then hairspray it in a way where it stuck out like she was fucking a Simpson character?
I think she has really thin hair and she's trying to make it look like she had a lot of hair.
And you just look like you had fucking ears.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, go there. Okay, you know what? Go there.
It was terrible.
She's just the worst. Like, she's so
this
evil.
Is not me trying to be like I'm not body shaming, but she is so tall and like lanky that it's like the hair and then her walking out to like nobody being happy she's there.
I know, like that, her tattoos, her makeup, everything about her pisses me off. Sorry.
I always call her Emma. Nicole, if you are walking out into this room and you know that they've been fighting about everything under the sun, they all hate each other, and you are the single reason they can all kind of come together, you're in the wrong.
Yeah, that's really saying something. It's really saying something. I thought it was amazing when Tan's like, I'm going to give you a third chance to just do what we actually invited you here to do, which was apologize to Chrishell. And she like, she's like, I'm sorry if you mistook my intention. Like,
Chrishell, is that something you won? Chrishell, is that something
Chrishell,
you want?
do you even give a fuck? I didn't know you cared. I didn't know you cared if I said that. Now I know. No, now I know, you guys, but I didn't fucking know. I'm not a mind reader.
I think I missed the initial comment because like I heard her say the thing about the parents, but I think I missed the lead up because it was immediately taken over by the whole table getting out their pitchforks and knives and telling her to get out.
Yes.
The lead up makes it worse. Yeah, Chrishell shouldn't have said the thing about you being on drugs. I'm still not convinced. Like, even it looked like you had a gun to Amanda's head.
Yeah.
Like, if we panned the camera.
When she was like, have you ever seen me do drugs? I was like, what does she have on Amanda? Because Amanda said to the camera, hey, I've done coke with Nicole. Like, Amanda said it. So I'm like, what happened?
I don't buy that.
I don't believe it at all. Really, all these people made it up. It's not true at all. You never, Nicole, you've never snorted
cocaine. It's not the most outlandish thing in the fucking world.
I'm just saying, like, that's what Amanda's like, we live in LA. Like, I'm like, yeah, you guys are rich, famous people who live in LA. I would bet that most of you have, probably.
And
like,
so like, yeah, I understand Chrishell shouldn't have said that. I don't remember the exact temperature of that dinner. So like, again, not an excuse for Chrishell to accuse her of being on drugs. However, we could have there could have been circumstances where it's like, well, what did you say before that? No one knew. It was probably something venomous.
Right.
And then,
venomous.
But the lead up to this comment about the parents where she goes, oh no, Chrishell, I get it. Like, you are just there are all these people in your life. You're just projecting onto me like your parents.
You're obsessed with drugs. Yeah. You're obsessed with it. And so you're projecting. And then she goes, okay, I didn't say her dead parents. I just said her parents. They're like, okay, well, we all know that her parents are dead, bitch. So it doesn't actually matter.
That killed me because you could tell
I did not say her dead parents.
She was back there warming it up. And
I know.
She's like,
I don't know what they're mad about because I didn't actually say her dead parents.
She's like, and I'm just going to clear this all up. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to explain that I didn't even
what I actually said. Roll the tapes. I didn't say dead parents. I didn't say that.
I didn't know they were dead.
So fucking funny. I can't.
But anyway, truly, like, she just could not. She could not do it.
No.
I was shocked, frankly. I don't know how you know this is your last time ever on TV and you don't just go out there and say sorry. And then leave.
I know. She, like, I can't imagine her poor husband. Like, I'm sorry, she's like the worst person. Like, and you're right. She's actually one of those unwatchable.
Exactly.
Yeah. she really is.
And also, listen, we got the trailer for OC during the reunion. OC comes out Wednesday.
You're excited?
And I love that it's an anti-Alex Hall season. Alex Hall thinks that she is Chrishell.
Phoebe loves Brittany Snow so much.
It's not even about Brittany Snow.
Hates Alex Hall so much.
I hated Alex Hall before all that. That was just...
But that really took it somewhere powerful.
I still can't believe the shit she said about Brittany Snow. America's sweetheart.
Imagine having anything bad to say about Brittany Snow. Oh, wait, mom and dad. Oh wait, mom and dad core. Okay, Alex Hall.
They might think she's a sweetheart.
I wonder if they have a group chat. Alex Hall, mom and dad. The way that they talk about Brittany Snow.
The ultimate betrayal.
That would be the ultimate betrayal. Should we talk about Salt Lake for a moment while we're talking about crazy women? Dude, nothing could have made me laugh harder than Brittany Bateman getting up silently from the table, throwing up over the side of the boat, coming back, immediately sitting down, no toothbrush, no going to the bathroom to even wash your fucking hands, nothing, and taking a tequila shot because she said, my stomach hurts, I want to feel better. And that's her justification for taking a tequila shot. I was like, and then her makeup is like also, all the way down her face. Like she looks so horrible.
You guys are upset about me not brushing my teeth. This just sterilized my freaking mouth.
Yes,
2 in 1.
Exactly.
Now my stomach feels better. And my
I just threw up and I don't have any mouthwash. What do you know
what they say? Tequila, nature's toothbrush.
That is what they say. Oh my God. Okay, here's the thing. And I don't know who was talking about it that I'm thinking of. Perhaps it was Jennifer Lawrence and Let's Coach Aristas. Which, did you listen to it yet? Okay, you guys, I want to know what you think. I mean, I'm loving this press tour because I'm loving the Rob Pattinson, Jennifer Lawrence content we're getting, and I love J-Law, but there were some moments on Less Culture that made me like, hey, okay, remember where you are. Remember, you're not on your own turf, biatch, a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and I say biatch as a term of endearment. I called you that at the beginning of the episode.
Culture's going to hire Caroline to stand in the corner with her arms crossed.
Yeah,
and say,
like,
just remember, she goes, news
not too much.
Falash.
News
You're a last
falash. You're not going to. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like sometimes
right before she says news flash, it's almost better when they drop something. And I mean, I don't know how she had such good comedic timing. No. They drop something, it shatters everywhere. She goes, without breaking eye contact with Brittany Murphy, get a broom.
Get a broom. I look swinging door. Like, she's so funny. Sorry, we're back on Uptown Girls. If you guys didn't follow that, okay. Anyway, where were we? Salt Lake. Oh yeah, I think it was Jennifer Lawrence saying that she can't stand Lisa Barlow, and even when Angie K does things that are Barlow-esque,
I did see this quote.
She's like, but it just comes from a place of like child's play with Angie. Like, she's just so much more lovable and forgivable. Or something.
She says when Angie does it, it's like watching a kid do it.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, when Lisa does it, I'm like, you villain. You know what I mean? It just feels different. But I did think if I'm Bronwyn, I'm throwing Angie K off the boat if she decides to bring up again on camera. Because here's the thing. The stakes are so much higher for Bronwyn. I would say I'd stop. I agree. And I think I said this to Amber, not you, but I was saying, like, for Bronwyn, and I just think we need to acknowledge this, like, for her even being on the show is like, we're lucky, you know? She doesn't need to be on the show like these other women do. And in fact, her family is actively rooting for her not to be on the show. Like, she has a million reasons to not be on this fucking show. And yet she is. So when she comes on the show and like, then it's like Todd has explicitly said, I don't think you should go on this trip. Like, we already know that Todd has been now embroiled in all of these like nefarious headlines and things like that, and it's affecting his business. Bronwyn goes on the trip anyway. Imagine now how she has to come back to Todd, tail between her legs, and be like, hey, not only did exactly what you thought was going to happen, I went on the trip like I shouldn't have, and I lost my cool like you hate when I do. Also, somebody brought up on camera that you're having an affair, and also that you were farting the entire time. And so now there are going to be headlines about that we're going to have to deal with, and you already fucking hate this show.
Mary saying she didn't know which part she'd be more upset by.
So real for that. But like, I just felt bad for Bronwyn in that moment. Like, looking at her face, she's just like, are you like, and I don't believe there's any truth to it.
This is what bothers me about Angie is like, she puts her beef with Lisa over any other morals.
Yeah.
So like, in that moment, she should have said, I have something that could prove that Lisa does talk about people. I mean, there are 1,000 moments to prove that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to drag Bronwyn's marriage into this and now make the whole conversation about that.
We all know it's like a serious, because the other thing is like Todd is like an actual businessman. Like, the rest of these husbands, no offense, they're kind of jokes, you know? Like, I'm like, Todd is someone who like actually has shit to lose here. Like, he's a serious person.
I think is exactly what Bronwyn said. Todd is a serious person.
No, exactly. And it's like, that's why I just feel so much heavier when these things happen to Bronwyn, because I'm just like, if it happens to John Barlow, I'm like, who cares? They actually love it.
And also, I mean, you know? It is a little bit of power imbalance, not because of the age, but because of the money. And like, when you look at all these other marriages, if John and Lisa got a divorce, you know, God forbid, but if they were to, their assets are pretty equal.
Bronwyn has so much more to lose.
For a lot of them. Exactly.
But so, am I crazy? Did I imagine that she and Todd do not have a prenup? I'm pretty sure they do not have a prenup.
Now, Todd.
Which is epic. Which, by the way, Bronwyn, epic.
Todd, I think there are some businesswomen you should hire.
I know.
I think you have a businesswoman you should hire.
There are some theories floating around that Bronwyn actually asked Angie to do that so that she would have more of a case to leave Todd's ass.
I don't buy it. Only because of how upset she got with Lisa for bringing everything up, and like
the look on her face, it was like, how about Christina Applegate's tweet to the girls? Ooh, could you imagine? That feels like getting called down to the principal's office, and like you really care about that, what that principal
and then
thinks.
Christina Applegate, I think, apologized, and I was like, no,
you were 100% right for that.
They were terrible to them. And I think I said this to you,
tell
Amber.
what the tweet said, because people don't can't read our minds.
She was just calling the girls out for how they treated the staff on the
She was
boat.
like, if you guys want to talk about it, like, I'm down. Like, let's talk about it, which was funny.
But I texted that to Amber and Caroline, and then I think I said this to y'all. Part of it, and this isn't an excuse for their behavior, but I do wonder if there's a part of them that, like, because they're also Bravo celebrities, they kind of felt more friendly to the women. So they were forgetting that they needed to actually be thankful that they were doing a service for them.
Yeah. Wait. Repeat that.
I knew it,
Repeat that
guys.
entire thing.
I watched her the whole time I was talking, and I was like, okay, she hasn't told me to hold on, so
I was going to pull up the
going.
news, the agenda, and then there was like a time sensitive text. I was like,
which Caroline always gets famously mad at me for.
You don't actually have any time sensitive texts. None of the texts you get are that time sensitive. Sorry, unless they're from me. Then they are. Name one, Phoebe. Name one time sensitive text you've gotten today.
None of your business.
Well, I'll tell you one that I got today, just now, which was like, if somebody's going to be bringing Shake Shack to my house, what would they want to bring for me?
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you. How about that?
Anyway.
Oh my, ay.
Is Kelly coming over?
For the game.
You guys didn't even invite me.
Phoebe, I would love for you to be here. Would you like to come?
Thanks. I'm okay.
That's okay. Actually, fuck you. Number one, few reasons. Number one reason is that you could just be like, I can't, instead of no, I'm okay. That's actually so fucked up of you. Don't act like you wouldn't want to if you could. How about this? I'm in Nashville. How about you respond like that? I'm actually in Nashville. You're in Pittsburgh. It's not that hard to just respond like that instead of I'm okay. Oh my God, as if I couldn't give you the night of your life. Hold on a minute. That's so unfair. You know what? I saw a TikTok and I was like, does Phoebe feel like this? Probably not. Here's what the video was. It was this little sister and she was in her big sister's apartment and her big sister wasn't there. Sorry, older sister. And I love how when you're the eldest daughter, you have to decide between being called big or old. It's actually fucked up that if you're the oldest daughter, you have to choose between being called big or old. Phoebe, come on, you know it.
Well, I'm just middle.
Admit it. So? Who cares?
I'm just notoriously
Who cares?
Exactly.
And isn't that the whole thing?
And if any sentence could have encapsulated what it
That was on
feels like
purpose, Phoebe.
to be the middle child.
It was on purpose. I have impeccable wit and banter and timing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember that Full House episode where Stephanie's having a dream? And it's DJ's doing like random things. Michelle is walking and everybody's filming Michelle walking, but she's been walking the whole time. And Stephanie comes in and she's just been to freaking space. She's just been to freaking space and nobody cares.
And the funniest part is I don't remember this episode at all.
I think there might even be a line that's like, Stephanie, you need to go clean your room. Like, it's literally...
Okay, so then they did pay attention to her. Oh my God, Phoebe, stop it. You're missing the whole point is that they all got equal attention. I mean, Phoebe, like, I love that you want to own your middle child lore, but I'm sorry, you were student body president and homecoming queen, and I'll never let that go. Like, that's not someone who's like forgotten.
That has nothing to do.
That doesn't happen to someone who's like swept under the rug, forget about her, leave her home, little boy with the turtle and cheaper by the dozen.
No, I just mean there.
And I know he makes you cry, and if that's why, that's crazy. Because mom and dad would never leave you, but they have famously left me.
I did famously get out of the house when I was a kid.
And I famously was left behind. Mom went to go take us to the zoo, and she left the house without me. By the way, I was me, you, and Caitlin are supposed to be in the car. She leaves the house without me, drives down the street to Caitlin's house. So now Adam Crowley goes, "Where's Caroline?"
Caroline has reignited. Oh, wait for a second. I thought Caitlin was in the car.
No, Mom had to go pick her up, and they were like, "Where's Caroline?" And like, Mom didn't notice. Now, granted, we did live on the same street, but still.
And
I was like,
Mom was probably putting me in my little car her seat and probably
And
just
she's paying
expected
so
you
much
to get
attention
in.
to you. Exactly, Phoebe. And if that isn't the whole point.
And this is classic oldest child.
Oh my God. Anyway, so the video that I saw was this little sister and her big sister's and her older sister, whatever you want, apartment. And I go, that whole thing again. We do the entire thing over again.
Your descriptor preference.
Oh my God. Anyway. yeah, those are my pronouns. Forget pronouns. Do you want to be called big or old? Anyway.
Or neither or both.
She's like, I'm going to make a sandwich in my sister's apartment because she has good stuff. And she starts just like pulling out stuff. And she's like, I would never buy this, but I will replace it maybe. And then she's like, now I'm drinking a Celsius and I'll replace it maybe. And she's like, oh my God. And I love this soap. And I love to just use all her lotion when I'm here. And I was like, I don't think Phoebe feels like that. And that's so unfair because you could feel like that.
I'm just never like alone in your house.
I know, but I'm just saying like you could feel like that. And then I realized there are two types of older sisters because in the comments, some of the people were like, me as an older sister watching this, and they're like angry with fists or like put her shit back. And then some were like, me if my little sister made this video, and it's like the chipmunk in love face. And I was like, that's me, but my sisters would never make this video because they don't think I'm cool.
Wait, we're not done with Salt Lake. What I said to you, the whole reason you didn't hear what I said, remember?
Yeah.
I think that part of why they treated them the way that they did was because they're all Bravo celebrities, and I think they were forgetting like they are working.
Yeah.
To them it was like, oh well, I see you guys at BravoCon and XYZ.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, they're waiting on you guys hand and foot. They unpacked your suitcases.
I know. How about Brittany trying to sleep with Captain Jason?
And then pretending she didn't the next
Trying
day.
as hard as she could, by the way.
When Meredith and Bronwyn are like, we were standing here.
Oh my God, we got amazing Meredith content this episode too.
She's
The slur
wonderful.
is back in action and better than ever.
Mary calling
My
Meredith,
husband doesn't have a mistress.
Mary calling Meredith a bad friend. And I'm like,
Wow, yeah.
wow.
Wow. No,
You taking
wow.
you taking Lisa's side. Did you see the video of Meredith DJing to Come Clean? Hillary Duff with Chloe and Brooks on stage and Kyle Cook all jumping up and down.
Oh, holy shit. No, I did not see that.
Last thing I'll say is Meredith's caption for her like little thing that she did with Apple Music being "What a pinch me moment" killed me. Because it's just she like got to DJ on Apple Music and she said, "What a pinch me moment."
I was like, is there like a reference here that I'm not getting? No, it's just simply, that's just all it is.
I just think it's hilarious. Once again, it's another reminder that she's not doing this ironically.
It's another reminder that she contains multitudes. Okay.
And she has dreams.
That's true. No, that's
like
true.
hosting and DJing on Apple Music.
Good for her. And we're happy for her. And we're truly happy for her. Okay, Bugonia. So we saw it last night. Did you know what Bugonia means? Do you know what that means?
No, but I found out today it was a remake of a 2003 movie.
Bugonia means, or it is the process of bees being born from dead oxes. Like, I guess that bees are born from dead oxes or whatever. And I was wondering, spoilers for Bugonia, if that's like the ending of the movie, like that's why it's called that, because all the bees are gonna all the humans are dead, but the bees are gonna be fine because the bees are all gonna be born from our carcasses.
Maybe. I still need to like sit on it and really think about what it all meant. But
yeah,
I thought Emma Stone was.
She and Jesse Plemons were unbelievable. I'm sorry, the scene of them at the dinner table where we just got dialogue, like it was. I mean, and
those are their Oscar reels right there.
I 100% agree with you. He completely took on, like, I was like, I know this kid, like the mannerisms, the eye, like it was unbelievable how,
and the way him and Dawn, the actor for Dawn, were able to, and Dawn more so than Jesse Plemons' character, but like the little moments, actually I'm gonna take Dawn out of this, we'll talk about Dawn in a second. The little moments Chessie was able to bring with the, like when you could tell he wasn't sure he was doing the right thing, or he wasn't sure he was right, or he wanted to have a moment of being empathetic or sympathetic or a little bit more humanity, it made the character so much more interesting. And then also just on an acting note, the scene in the hospice room his face while he's watching his mom.
Oh my God.
Was like,
Oh my God.
He was so good, and you could tell he really believed it.
I know. No, he was amazing, and it was like, so it made it so tough. Like Anthony was really pissed off by the ending. He was really mad that she was an alien, and he was like, because it means that he was right, and like he is not the type of person. We don't need to be avenging this type of person, like who is doing all this. Like he really did need help. Like, and I don't think him being right necessarily means he's not unwell. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I just don't. I think two things can be true, but it does give that ending, and I don't really know what I think about the ending yet. I don't know if it.
Me either, but it did make me laugh out loud.
Oh, it made me laugh out loud. I mean, there were so many moments that had me cracking up.
The fact that they were really right about the hair.
I know. Oh my God, I couldn't contact you without your hair. That was so funny, but it was also just like so scary and so sad. I was laughing at the moment where she's like, "What is it? What do you want? Sex? Like, what do you want?" And he goes, oh, "No," and he acts like he's like, "Of course you want to have sex with me." And he goes, "We thought about that." And that is why we chemically castrated ourselves because we saw you might want to do that. It was just like, it's like just these little moments were so good.
And then he looks at Dawn. He looks at Dawn and he's like, "See, I was right about that."
But
Dawn, the actor who played Dawn was also
phenomenal.
God,
it was just so.
And
sad.
I mean, there was part of me at one point that did think he was going to kill himself, but then I started to think, no, he's going to go get help and it's going to be fine. And then when he did it, I was like, I gasped. I was like, oh my
gasped
God.
Too, but I think he was like, he says, I don't want to be castrated. I want to meet somebody. And it's like, I think he just knew that the rest of his life was like, he was not going to be able to have what he wanted. And if he tried to help her, then he would lose his only person in the world, his cousin. And if he tried to help him, then maybe he would end up in a really fucking terrible situation in jail. You know what? It's like he was right. Like there was no way out of that. And it's just, it's just so.
I really enjoyed this movie.
I did too. I really liked it.
I haven't loved a Yorgos Lanthimos movie in a second.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just Poor Things I didn't like. I've liked all the others, but I didn't see Kinds of Happiness. What was that movie with Joe Alwyn and Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons is in it
Kinds
too?
of Kindness?
Kinds of Kindness, yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet, but I think I would have liked that more, but Poor Things really put a bad taste in my mouth. Emma Stone was great. Happy for her, but
she's always great.
That movie made me really unsettled.
Anthony was
not in the way it was meant to. I don't think.
Yeah. Anthony said about Emma Stone, he was like, I mean, because we were like, oh, she got all that work done and like she looks amazing, but she just did lose.
Did she get the work done
like,
before or after this movie?
I couldn't really tell.
She
I think
looked
after.
normal in this movie. I think.
Yeah, I think she got a little bit done before this movie, and
maybe there's a chance. I haven't seen her since those pictures came out, but maybe it was just like right after she got it done, and it was like it maybe just needed to settle. I mean, the best actress race this year is going to be
crazy.
Ariana Grande, Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence, the woman from Hamnet, which is an early front.
If Ariana Grande does not fucking win, we gotta
write a new movie. We actually have to write a new movie tomorrow.
We gotta get to work. We gotta get to work now, so it's ready. Yeah, no, that'll fuck me up. No, what I was gonna say about Emma Stone is like Anthony was like, well, no wonder she had all that work done. She spent like months and months of her life with her entire head shaved, covered in white goop, like, and that's how she had to see herself and then like blood. And so of course she was like, I need to go feel beautiful. Like I'm gonna go, even though like she was beautiful, before she got work done too. She looks great, but it is just like a shocking change for her because we're so used to seeing like it's always been like something about her that we love is she's a little bit quirky looking, like,
and her character,
not in a bad way.
I don't even think she looks quirky looking. I just think like she just looks normal and she
just I don't think she looks quirky looking, but she's not like
her personality is quirky, which sometimes makes you think like that person's not going to get work done.
Yeah. Well, I think also like she's beautiful, but she's not the Barbie cookie cutter beautiful that a lot of times people are expected to be. Like, you know what I mean? And so, but she's playing the roles of those people too, which is just awesome. Like it's typically those roles just aren't going to the redheaded, pale, woman with big eyes, even though she's beautiful. Like, they're going to the Margot Robbies of the world. And, like, that's just been the truth of the world for forever. So I think it's exciting when we see people who don't look like the cookie cutter break through. And then it's like, ugh, you know, when they try to look more cookie cutter, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I hope that doesn't sound offensive in any way. I don't mean it that way. Can we talk about Nobody Wants This? Did you finish it?
Okay, here's a confession. I don't think I finished the last episode. I got to the wedding.
Okay.
But I did not
The engagement
finish.
party.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see Morgan leave him?
I saw her start too. Didn't she have
Okay.
to do it a couple times at that event?
Yeah, but she officially does do it at the party. Can I spoil the very ending for you?
Yeah, because I don't know if
Okay.
I'll watch it.
Okay, so the very end, and it really, I feel like it ended the exact same way the first season ended.
Yeah,
It
I saw
ended
someone
with-
quote tweeted the renewal announcement and said, "Oh great, I wonder if it's just gonna be Joanne doesn't know if she's gonna convert, and he's trying to convince her to convert the entire
And that's
season."
exactly what the ending is. The ending is Joanne has a moment of realizing that she is Jewish, and Esther helps her kind of realize that. And it's this beautiful moment. And so she's running and trying to find the rabbi. I can't remember his name right now. And he's running and trying to find her. And they're both like missing each other. And then they finally
What
find
is
each other.
his name?
Noah Rocklov. But what I do want to say is like two things. One, I love Sasha and Esther, and I really need them to work this out.
Me too.
I really need them to work this out. That broke my heart when Esther decided to leave him. But I loved
Can
so
I say
much.
something? I think
Yeah.
they need to make the sister gay. I
Esther?
think that's the only way out.
Morgan.
No, Morgan.
Morgan. You know what? I think that would be honestly a really strong move.
And it
in the writer's
explains a
room.
lot.
Yeah,
Her character.
100%. I agree with you.
And maybe that's where they're going. I just think that like I don't like what it makes Morgan.
I don't either.
Because she knows how much it upsets Esther at this point.
And I really don't get the vibe from Sasha that he is
Actually,
romantically interested in Morgan. I
Other
think it's
than
like his
maybe
bro
being physically
a little.
attracted to her.
Yeah,
like
they're really good friends though, you know, and like they get each other and have fun together.
and maybe that could be part of it. Like she's confusing those feelings with being attracted to him.
Yeah.
And it would just explain the rashness with this whole like thinking that
Totally
this
it
could fix all
would.
of her issues.
especially given like the podcast and the pressure that they both have to talk about their relationships as part of the pod. And like, I could see that would be a really interesting storyline. And honestly, I would love to see it. And I would love to see more Morgan, not with the fucking loser. Like her storyline bothered me. I wanted more podcast. I was like, hello, where's the podcast?
She
part of the
reminded me of a
storyline?
lot of Emma actually in Selling Sunset.
Yeah, I totally see what you
And I
mean.
mean, by that I mean Selling Sunset's Emma reminded me.
Yes,
There were
of
multiple things where I
Morgan.
was like, oh, that reminded me of Morgan.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I feel about Sasha and Esther, but I loved the moment when Sasha says to Morgan, he's like, if she thinks I am just going to wait for her to decide, I don't know if you saw this. He goes, if she thinks that I'm just going to wait for her to decide that she like, there's nothing else better out there and she wants to be with me again, she is absolutely right. And he's just like, I will wait for her. Like, and it's
Good.
I know, it just makes me like, and it's
And how
it's
does Morgan
this
respond?
Great, and she's like, good. I think she's just like good. Like she's happy for
good.
him. Like
Good.
it doesn't seem like she's not like trying to jump on this opportunity in any way. And I just thought his response was like so sweet and like,
This point, that whole storyline is immensely more interesting. It reminds me a lot of
yes.
how I felt about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Is that I was not, and guys, you guys know I don't love that movie. People love that movie, famously.
yeah,
That movie, didn't love it. Got a little too crazy for me, too campy maybe. But I was so much more interested in the storyline between Kirsten Dunst and the like doctor and those people than I was with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet.
wow.
It just it felt like watching on a different scale, but like the way it feels watching Noah and Joanne just like keep going in this
I know.
thing is how that felt, and then having
Yeah.
this other more interesting storyline that they're not actually really exploring all that much.
Yeah. No,
It's like,
I wanted
I
Sasha and Esther on
wish-
my screen so much more.
Because
than I
not to
wanted Noah and Joanne.
compare both of those pieces of art to the freeform show Pretty Little Liars, but something
But we
about Pretty
are
Little
known to
Liars,
do this.
And frankly, every show about more than one person is like part of what makes it so good is that we're not just focused. Imagine if Pretty Little Liars was just about Ezra and Arya and like
my God.
that, and then
Unwatchable.
everybody else for so many
Next.
reasons.
Where's the Komoken?
And
By the way,
all
does
the-
anyone else call the remote control the Komoken?
I think I made that up as a kid.
No, actually, bitch, I made it up.
Okay.
I'm texting to find out who made it up. Phoebe retreated immediately, which I love, but let's.
Well, you said it with such definitiveness. If Pretty Little Liars had just been about one of the couples and everybody else was like in the miscellaneous category, it wouldn't have been as interesting and it wouldn't have lasted for 7 seasons. And it's the same with something like Girls, something like Sex and the City. Not that the show's trying to be that, but I just think that we should have made the show.
Did you just see that?
We should have made it more equal between Morgan and Joanne.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So that it was about the sisters, and then we could kind of or maybe there's 4 main characters, and it's like Noah and Sasha and Morgan and Joanne.
Yeah,
so that we get the spider web of everybody rather than everything has to be a spoke from Joanne and Noah.
It's less interesting.
Totally agree, and there's not enough room.
Because they literally can't break up, because it's like, well, our entire storyline and cast of characters is his family. And like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
and you're not going to be able to get 4 or 5 seasons out of this.
No, you're not. And I mean, they've already been renewed for season 3, and I'm just like, there needs to be something new.
It was Caroline, everybody.
Woo! Caroline confirmed. I meant to Kamokin.
Yes, I knew it was a remote the day I learned the word. Didn't try to call it anything else. I wasn't fucking stupid.
Obviously, everybody knows it's Kamokin. Anthony was like, I was like, can you give me the Kamokin? And he was like, the what? The what? I was like, the Kamokin. And he was like, what the fuck is the Kamokin?
I am like
like, is it not obvious? Kind of sounds like it.
You heard remote one time and you couldn't remember what it was.
So I added another syllable. I made it as difficult as I could.
In a bunch of different letters.
And by the way, the way you spell Kamokin is Comokin.
I always thought it was an En.
Dad, well, it might be. I wasn't really spelling at that time, which is shocking since I started so young. But anyway, so now we call it Kamokin around here too, which is hilarious.
You're gonna, like, when your kid is learning words on the remote when you put all the labels.
Oh my God, guys, do you know that like in our home
they're still up.
So funny.
Some of them are still on there.
There used to be labels on everything in our house.
Roman 36-point font.
And it was big, and Mom had I don't know if we've ever talked about this. And Mom would like cut up these little slips, and it was on, I mean, everything. And like we would have people come over to the house and they'd be like, what the fuck? Like, why is the door labeled door? Weird. Why? That they thought it was like, weird.
Okay, guys, because they're kids here and they're learning.
People are learning how to read here. Like, what's the big deal? But they were like curling. They were up there. I mean, we all fully knew how to read by the time they were.
Caroline's in high school. I'm in middle school. Lily's in elementary school, and they're like,
yeah, they're like, if you want to open the refrigerator, you have to spell it. Like, it was just like crazy. Like, it was on everything: phone, door, bathroom, sink, Kamokin. Like every single thing in our home was labeled. DVD player. I remember the DVD player
one. If you have kids, it's gonna they're not gonna know. They're gonna go to school and they're gonna be like,
why isn't anything labeled?
Kamokin?
No, we both went 2 different places, but both are real. Why isn't anything labeled? I have no idea what anything is.
I have no. Your kid's refusing to sit down, and the teacher's like, "Why
Where's
don't
the
you
chair?
sit down? Where's the chair?
It's not labeled. I just want to make sure. Like, I don't know if that is the chair. That could have backfired. I can't believe no one else's parents like were doing that. You know what I mean?
Think
that's
some of
the
them
other
do.
thing.
I don't think it's the most outlandish thing.
It's not, but I'm like, people acted like it was so weird and funny. But I guess it was funny. It was like my friends who, I'm like a senior in high school, and it's funny when they're coming over, they're like, why is everything late? Like, and it was like, it wasn't just like a few things. It's like everything. Frame. Like, everything.
Mom didn't want us to not know anything.
It was hilarious. Knowledge is power. That's what we always say. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about? Nobody wants us. That's how I feel about Sasha and Esther. And then Joanne, I think, is like too insecure to be in a relationship. Like, I need Joanne to go do a whole season of therapy on her own before she gets back into a relationship, because she just feels like she's way too insecure. Like, and one thing that I'm having trouble like reconciling is like, not in a bad way, but low key how old they look with how insecure and immature the behavior is. I'm just like, it's taking me out of it a little bit. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I'm just like, we're too old to be acting like this.
Adam Brody's beard.
Yeah, that's a for sure. Leighton Meester, fabulous though. I loved her.
Perfect. I wanted more of her.
I know, that's all we yeah, we got the husband more than her. It's crazy. Maybe not more than, but on another episode, I didn't care for it. Did you see that Beyond the Villa was renewed with the cast from this season?
Hey, I'm good. Peacock.
I do not want to watch it.
Let's keep that all on the cutting room floor.
Let's just put the kibosh on this and let's just give us like an extra, I don't know, 90 days of Love Island this year.
Amaya takes New York.
I'm afraid that Amaya, we would
this is better. This is better.
Her.
Amaya Papaya's New York City.
See, I would love that, but I just fear that like if it falls into the wrong hands.
Andy Cohen.
Can I say something? I don't know if I should, but I do feel like Amaya's like commercials and stuff seem just like she seems the least comfortable in front of a camera, Loki. Not the whisper. That's what makes it work. No, I know, but you're right. If it's unscripted, but I know. But also, she needs to cut ties with Huda.
Yikes.
She's got to do that. Huda's not on the show noticeably, but fucking Chris, I'm tired of Chris. Get him off my screen.
I thought you could be overseas playing ball.
Yeah, I thought you had better shit to be doing. You are not acting like someone who has better shit to do, my guy.
Failed on Love Island.
Oh my God.
Failed on Love Island games. Gonna fail here, inevitably.
Don't care for it. Don't care. Okay, well, are you ready for rotations?
Well, yes.
You are on Dream.
Number 1 is Emma Stone.
Love that.
I just love her. Number 2 is, I'm just going to say the movie Uptown Girls because I don't want to put just Dakota Fanning. But Dakota Fanning could edge out Brittany Murphy only because there's 2 things that I've been watching. I've been loving seeing Dakota Fanning's interviews, but just the movie Uptown Girls. I mean, Brittany Murphy is one of the thing is this, the scene that we always point to in that movie is obviously the teacups when they're both on the teacups together when Brittany Murphy finds her at Coney Island. And that is a sad scene. But the scene that breaks my heart more is, or the little sequence that really, because I feel sympathetic for both of them, but there's something, I mean, seeing Dakota Fanning being able to play all these adult emotions is just like so
it's amazing. She was
heartaching.
So young. Like it's crazy.
And when they're on the subway and Brittany Murphy is explaining what Coney Island is and like how much fun she's gonna have, and you see just a little bit of Ray open up to being a kid and being excited to have fun, and they pinky promise about like how much fun they're gonna have. And then they get to Coney Island and it's closed. And Molly's talking to one of the people and she's like, you're a week early or whatever. And then she finds Dakota Fanning in front of the closed teacups. Like she was actually, Molly explained what the teacups were and she was actually excited about it. And she had opened herself up to be excited about it. And she was immediately let down. And she's that kind of moment where it's like, that's what that makes the movie so good. Cause like Molly is so flawed and she fucks up so many times. And lets people down, and it's like the movie very well could have been, because you look at the cover and it's like a girl with a pig and it's like fun, or it looks like it's gonna be fun, and it could have been like Molly comes in and she's she's a fun loving free kind of person and she's able to like just immediately break open and not let Ray down, but that movie wouldn't be that movie without it.
I think there's also like this beautiful piece of like Brittany Murphy's character Molly showing Ray that like, look, I'm gonna fuck up over and over and over again, and everything's okay. Like, you know, I'm
not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna make each other, like, showing that unconditional love to her, and also showing like Molly's kind of walking through the world as someone who has been shown that unconditional love by her parents, perhaps, and that she feels like she now has it to give, which is so rare in this world and in Ray's world especially. And so like. To see her kind of, Ray be able to see that like, oh, look, I can be a fool and whatever, and people can still love me, and I can still, you know, succeed, and I can still be taken seriously, and I can still be a grown up, and I can still have this like joie de vivre that Molly has. And it's just, and it really hits if you've ever been a nanny to a little girl, like it just like really spent a ton of time with her.
And also if you've ever been like, either of them, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. And we've all been both of them at times, you know, like because you don't really become Ray unless you've been a Molly and been burned.
To that sense of girlhood that is like you might not like every girl you meet, but every girl has kinship with each other because we've all been
We're
each
all
other.
having this
And
experience.
that scene where the famous scene where they are on the teacups and it's like going back and forth and it's like they are
makes me
each
sick
other.
to think about. It's just so. And then the punching into the hug, like, and Brittany Murphy just letting her do it,
and how
still hugging her after.
Then you
like
see Dakota's hand, like the way she's hugging so tightly.
so tight.
I'm gonna rewatch that movie, I think.
Okay, I just talked myself into it.
My one gripe with the movie is I know that there are parts of it that we need the man for. I get it. But he kind of ruins the movie for me.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, but that's not even a song. Egyptian Cotton
but
is
he
his
sings
song.
it.
I know. But I think we could have just
Egyptian cotton. It's like front loader.
I think we could have just played Molly Smile in the movie
but
without having the
also-
man there.
We could have. One thing about him though is that he also it also shows us that like he's a good example too of the like one don't change yourself for anybody kind of vibe that Molly brings to the table, but also like the impact that she has on people. Like it's like I think it's so important to see that she's able to do that with
I guess
adults
that's true.
too. You know what I mean? Like where it's like this adult was like, "Oh, you're a kid. I can't be here with you. Like I can't. Like I have to work. I have to be a person." Like and he leaves the house, and then at the end of it, he realizes like I can actually have both. And like
I guess that's
I
true.
think it's important to see it from all these different perspectives.
I guess that's fair.
And this
That's
is me
a fair
just
point.
vouching for it to be a perfect movie, and it doesn't have to be true. I'm literally
No, but I think that's fair.
flying by
I
the
think
seat of
maybe
my
more
pants.
so maybe it's the actor. I don't love the actor. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't love the actor. And I don't
then
love how mad he gets about the jacket, even though I do want to know the hives and the stomach ulcer it gave me when she burned his jacket and then did all that shit to it. Oh my God, Phoebe, little me could really not handle that.
And you know what? If Ray had known about it, she couldn't have either.
Yeah, correct.
Oh my God, the scene where she encourages Ray to go read to her dad.
Oh my God. Oh my
I can't
God.
even fucking handle that. Anyway. Last is in tandem. I'm really breaking the rules this rotation. Chelsea and Chrishell. Put them both.
Oh, love that. Okay, good.
Also, I mean, it's apparently Chrishell's last season of Selling Sunset, and she really is the show. And I can't wait for the girls to realize
she
that.
has come.
I can't wait next season for the girls to realize, because I know they're not going to be able to keep Chrishell's name out of their mouths.
No,
She's still going to be a
course
top
not.
of the conversation. And so I just
100%.
am excited for them to have to figure out what it looks like to not have Chrishell in the office.
No, it's gonna be epic. I can't wait. I love it. Okay. My dream rotation
Also,
or
it's just
nightmare.
like
sorry.
the friendship vibe of Chelsea being able to stand by Chrishell and vice versa.
Yeah.
I just really value that, and it shows that Emma wasn't as good of a friend as we thought she was.
I know, and it really that was the
And
shock
it's a shame
of
because
the
I thought
century.
she was.
I really did too. I really thought she and Chrishell were endgame. Okay. My nightmare rotation. First up is speaking now from the month of November. I just want to say, like, why did we make OCD month like the most scariest month? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know that the OCD awareness month needed to be the month where all the songs are like somebody's eyes are watching you and everything's like are ghosts real and everything's like a little spooky. You know what I mean? It's like that, like everyone's like, oh, step on a crack like in October, and it's like that's like the whole thing.
Yeah, how do you feel about the song Wood in that case?
I actually don't really have an issue with the song Wood. I didn't internalize it that way until I saw Jake Shane mention it, and then it started playing in my head a little bit, so then I had to like put that away. Just the thought. Sometimes you won't have a rumination until someone gives it to you, but I don't. That song doesn't really
how
fuck me
about
up.
us the first time we listened to it, and we were like, what does Daisy's Bare Naked mean?
I didn't have that moment. You did.
No, we both said it.
No, I knew exactly what it meant.
No,
She
Caroline is trying
plucked
to
them all.
Caroline is trying to rewrite history
No, I'm
right
not.
here.
No, I'm not.
That's bullshit.
You actually can't rewrite her story. And this is what this is.
Yeah, exactly. You can't, and you're fucking trying.
No, I'm not, bitch. No, I'm not. Because I knew what it I knew what it meant.
Yeah.
I knew what it meant.
Oh, that's a sign. That's a sign right there. Caroline's light just turned off. As if to say, yeah, Phoebe's right. My lights didn't
That's
turn
not
off.
what my lights were saying.
My lights didn't turn off.
Okay. Anyway, my lights were like, she's being obnoxious, just let her go. I was like, okay. Anyway, but I just think I think the best month for OCD Awareness Month would probably be May. And I'll tell you why. First of all, is it's not too hot of a month where you need to be kind of worried about sunscreen. Did I do enough? Do I need to reapply? It's also not summer, so you don't need to be worried about, is everyone hanging out without me? I'm not having the best summer I should be having, blah, blah, blah. It's not one of the seasonal depression months, which is good, but it's not like February where there's like a big holiday, like a Valentine's Day, and you have to be worried, like, is he cheating on me? Does he actually like me? Am I in the right relationship? Like, I think it's just the ideal month in terms of not a lot of opportunities for rumination or, you know, I don't know, just random things like that. So I'm vouching for May as the best month for OCD Awareness Month, and that's my take on that. And I think it makes actually so much sense. So that's the first thing. Oh, also can't be November because then you have to make sure, oh my God, I used to get so fucking stressed out when I was a kid. And mom would do like the cute, or I would even do it, the like one for like dumping water on your head in the bath, like to get the shampoo off. And she'd be like, one for dad, one for mom, one for gravity, one for, and she'd like name all the people in our lives. You remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, when I had to do it for you, holy shit. I was like stressed the hell out about forgetting people. I like needed, it's like the same thing with like a lot of people get it with prayer, like where they're like, I don't know if I prayed for everybody. I'll like keep myself up all night.
I didn't mean to laugh, but I did just start picturing little me in the bath. I'm like, okay.
I know, I'm fully waterboarding you. Like, actually, I know.
You're like holding me down in the bath. You're like, no, we haven't gone through all the cousins yet.
I have not finished the list. You're like, I don't have any fucking hair, sis. Yeah, like, oh my God. But anyway, so I just think like we don't need to deal with like Thanksgiving moments like that. Same with like gift giving holidays where you're like, oh my God, did I bring enough? Was my gift good enough? Did they hate my gift? Like, what if I'm like, there's just a lot. And if you have OCD, you'll get it. Like, there are a lot of things and months. And I just think it's crazy to choose October as OCD Awareness Month. I just think it's crazy.
Starts with the no.
No CD. Okay, next up on my nightmare rotation is so the first one was OCD being in October month. Next one was fear of dentists and doctors, and here's what I have to say about that. Okay, fine, I'm gonna say it here. I haven't been to the dentist in like 3 years, and my dentist retired. That's what happened. It wasn't on purpose. But then, like, I get this thing where, like, I'm afraid that the doctor, the dentist, or whatever is going to, like, really be mad at me and, like, be upset with me for having something wrong with me that's out of my control, you know? Mm-hmm. Or that is, in this case, feels like it's in my control because I didn't go to the dentist. So I started feeling like I could see cavities in my teeth, and I started getting, like, really freaked out about that. And I was like, okay, I need to go to the dentist.
By the way, guys, spoiler alert, she couldn't. I don't want anybody to turn that off and be like, Caroline has terrible dental hygiene.
Okay, yeah. But I was like so stressed out. I was like, I need to call the dentist, but now I'm too scared to call the dentist because a few things. Number one, the pain. Number two, I'm going to be in TRUBL. I don't like that. And number three, oh my God, the bill I'm going to be stuck with. Holy shit. But then I finally was like, okay, now I think they're getting bigger. I can see them getting bigger. I have to go to the dentist. So I go to the dentist and I go in and before I sit down,
the entire day of work.
I took out the entire day of work because I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be in the chair, because I told mom I thought maybe I had a cavity. I didn't tell her the truth, which is that I thought I had like 16 cavities. Not kidding. I thought I was going to sit down and they're going to be like, this is the most cavities we've seen on one person at any given time. Like, I thought that was going to be my truth. And I was like, can I even afford this? Like, am I going to go into debt because of the cavity situation in my teeth? Like, that's what I believed. I have insurance, by the way. Anyway, so before I sat down, I was like, hey, I just need you to know I'm like deeply ashamed. Like, I haven't been to the dentist in like 3 years. And I just want to apologize. Like, I do take it seriously. And I'm really embarrassed and ashamed. And I think I have a lot of cavities. And she was like, oh my God, are you in a lot of pain? And I was like, I'm not in a lot of pain yet. I was like, but I know that if I don't come, I will be. So I'm just trying to get ahead of it a little bit. She's like, okay. So we start
trying to get ahead of it by about -3 years.
So I sit down on the chair and she like doesn't say anything about my teeth as we're going through it. I'm like, she just doesn't want to say anything before the dentist gets out here because she doesn't want to be like get me all worried and then like
she's like he's already gonna lay it on her.
Yeah,
he is
exactly.
already.
Like, she's like, I don't actually want to be I don't like being the bearer of bad news. I'm not going to say anything. So then finally at the end, she's like, so I don't like. I mean, I'm going to bring him in here, of course, but like I don't really see anything in your mouth. Like I don't actually know if you have any cavities. And I was like, oh, and we got x-rays done too, by the way. And she was like, and your x-rays look totally normal. Like all your bone looks excellent. Like I think you're fine. I was like, oh my God, what a relief. Like, okay, well, I'll wait for his verdict for sure. And so he comes in and he says the same thing. And he's like, everything looks fine. Like, keep doing what you've been doing. I was like, what I've been doing is not coming to the dentist every 6 months, which is, by the way, don't tell me to keep doing that because I have an appointment for 6 months from now. But it was literally, and then he was like, have you had a lot of dental work? And I was like, oh yeah, like I've had this. And it was all like orthodontia, which is cosmetic and which is not dental work. And so he was like, yeah, I actually, on your x-rays, I don't see any fillings. I don't think you've ever had a cavity. And I was like, well, you might be right about that. I think I've had like maybe a really tiny one when I was young. And so anyway, moral of the story is because mom was like, if they want to do it, just like let them do it when you're there.
Caroline told this whole story so she could tell everybody that she has had no cavities in her life. But you know what a dentist once said to someone? Some people's teeth are just prone to get cavities more easily than others.
And who was that person that the dentist said that to?
To my mom.
Oh, I thought it was to you.
Well, I was in the dentist chair.
Look, it's fine. Like I'm not bragging, obviously. I just described like the amount of stress I've had over this, you guys, I would not wish on anybody. Like, there's no, like, I mean, it's a fucking miracle I don't have cavities, but I might as well have. Like,
it's worse than a cavity.
For the pain and the torment. And also, by the way, when I get in those, I don't share them with people. Like, I don't tell people what I'm scared of.
Caroline's never had a cavity is because she thought she had to take the whole day off. And also, she was convinced that even if she had one, she wouldn't be able to talk for the rest of the day.
Phoebe, no. I didn't think I was gonna have one, Phoebe. I told you 800 times. I kept seeing the number 16 in my head. I thought I had 16 cavities, and I was like, "This."
Caroline, that would mean you had cavities on the front of your teeth, your front teeth.
So, like, I don't know where
you don't really get cavities on your front teeth.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I was like, here's what I was thinking.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure in some impossible world you can get a cavity on your front teeth.
I can see cavities in my bottom teeth. I can't see the tops. So I was like, surely I should just double it and assume that they're up there too. I didn't want to be like stupid. So I didn't want to be stupid. So I assumed I had 16 cavities to be on the safe side.
16 out of how many teeth do we have? 32.
Who cares? Like, I also was like, they're gonna look at one tooth and be like, well, this tooth has like 6 cavities in one. We have to take the whole tooth out. Like I'm not kidding you. I thought I was going to be getting like significant dental work done, and I thought that my mouth was gonna be so numb I wouldn't be able to talk and I'd have to cancel my plans that night. But I didn't. Okay, I didn't have any dental work, and I know. This might sound concerning, actually, now that I'm talking about it all. I'm like, do I sound actually crazy? Yes, I do. I sound crazy, but I am already, well, I did skip therapy to go to the dentist. So we'll be doing double duty this week, it seems. Anywho, I just want to say, if you're really scared of the dentist, like, go. I want to say go. I know that's not always helpful, but it's just like.
No, I agree. Go. I think I said that once on the podcast, too. Because it clearly didn't resonate for Caroline.
Do you know the real reason that I made this appointment and went? It wasn't just because my mouth was hurting a little better, I thought it was. It turns out my mouth feels fine now, by the way. They didn't do anything at all. My mouth feels fine. But Benny Drama was saying that he needed to go to the dentist and that he knew he needed a root canal. And that he was like, I would love to chew on the side of my mouth again. I was like, I don't chew on that side of my mouth that much. I bet I need a root canal. So that's why I go to the dentist. Because I was like, I'm going to need a root canal, which they don't do there. So I have to schedule that for later. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I
guys. Actually, the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, I think, was when I went to like the.
We're trying to get people to go to the dentist. What are you? What do you think you're doing?
Go to the dentist so you don't have to get a root canal. That's what I'm saying here. I wasn't at the dentist. I was at the doctor who gives you a root canal. That's not a dentist. Don't remember the name, but it's not the dentist. And at the consult, they were like, we need to figure out what tooth it was. And I was like, I know what tooth it is.
What is this when they do the horrible like temperature thing?
You don't have to test it. Take a fucking x-ray. I'm going to tell you which tooth it is because I can feel it. I can't eat with that tooth.
Wow.
And they were like, no, we have to test it. Oh my God, Caroline, worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
I have had that done. Because.
No, but you didn't have an open nerve on your tooth.
That's
really where the cavity.
Hurt.
I know, but imagine you have a cavity in your tooth. On a tooth, you need a root canal.
They did it on my front tooth.
There's an exposed nerve is what's in your tooth, and they dip a cotton ball in dry ice or something, and they stick it on that tooth that has an open nerve.
It's by the way still horrible if you don't have an open nerve on your tooth.
It is, but imagine that. And then do you remember in our orthodontist
Everything's
office?
a competition to her.
Bingo. Do you remember in our orthodontist office he had
the picture of my friend? Like, do you remember how Kate's entire family portrait was hanging in there? Yes, it was. Phoebe, yes, it was, because in the same Caitlin. Because in the same building,
Twinkletooth?
Caitlin with the T.
Oh, what was Twinkletooth's name?
Kaylin?
Well, no, but there was a pamphlet in there for Invisalign, and Mom and I always said that looks like Twinkletooth.
Okay, but actually Caitlin's family photo, there was also like a photographer in the same like building as our orthodontist dentist. And so they had a bunch of their like photos out and like
No, I did
lobby
not, I
when
did
you would
not
go
know
in.
that.
And
What I was-
Caitlin's entire
That's
family was there, so I would see her
Was
every
it when
time
she had
we were
red
doing
hair?
this. When she was like a kid. She was like a kid. Like they were all
Yeah,
young.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't
Didn't
think
she
she
have
had red
red hair when she was a
hair.
kid?
No. She
Anyway,
didn't.
there was he had one of those little like metal statues that are made out of like nuts and bolts, and then like, you know, and it's of someone in an orthodontist chair, and the patient's legs are like up in the air, and like you know what I mean?
It's like, why would you do that?
That is literally the position my body took up when they did that to my mouth. I was a complete and total cliche.
Okay, physical comedy queen. I was a complete and total cliche. Oh my god, that's funny as fuck.
Wow, guys, I'd never get that reaction.
You actually do, bitch. I never get that reaction from you anymore.
I give you that reaction
Phoebe's
9 out of 10
worn
times.
Out. I'm worn out on her. Every time I say something, she's like, anyway. So you do this. You do something like this. You look at me like,
Sorry, I just got
Caroline,
a time sensitive text.
no, you didn't. I know it's not time sensitive. Read it. If it is, read it.
What time are we going to the Steelers game?
Well, guess what? It's not time sensitive because everyone knows when the game is.
Not what time we're going down there.
Oh my god, you're not going to the game.
Yeah, but we need to make sure we get a freaking seat.
Anyway, okay. Next up on my nightmare, well, so that was like fear of going to the dentist, fear of going to the doctor. That was on there. And then the last thing on my nightmare rotation, it's actually hard for me to get out of my mouth, but oh my god. Jesse Plemons' fingernails in Bugonia.
Oh, I noticed them too.
Holy shit. Do you
I
want to
knew
know
you were
what's
gonna have an issue with
crazy?
that.
You did? Oh my god.
Yeah, because you hated Timmy's.
I hate hands and feet and nails. I hate them. That's why my nails will always be done because I am really like grossed out by like
Especially long nails.
like and
Disgusting.
if
Cut
you're
your
a
fucking
man who
fingernails.
has long nails or dirty finger, it makes me actually sick. It really really fucks me up. And
But that character
his-
would have long
well,
nails.
of course he would. He was so dirty and mangy though that I was like
The hair. Do you think
gross.
he like? Do you think they have shit to make your hair look
Yeah, I
unwashed,
think
or
they
do
just put like cream and shit in there and like wax. Yeah. But like so gross to me. I was just like so disgusted by it. And then we're in the car on the way home and I was like, oh my God, like his fingernails. Kelly goes, oh, I didn't notice them. I was like, what? What do you mean you did? There were like close-ups on them like all the time. Don't you think it's crazy she didn't notice them at all?
I only noticed them one time.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God. I could not stop seeing them. They were so gross. Anyway, okay, so that's it. And those are our rotations. Okay, guys, this was a fun episode. How about for you, Fee?
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. Okay, so remember that on Thursday, we are giving a little bit of a sneak peek into what the next chapter of this podcast looks like. You're not going to want to miss it. Tune into that. And I think that's really all I have to say right now because I already did our plug for the 5-star review in the beginning. But if you missed it and you haven't done it yet for some reason, do it now. Thank you. All right, guys, we love you so much. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
And splat.
And splat.